Once upon a time, in a small town by the sea, there was a young man named Luca. Luca had always followed the same routine. He went to school, did his homework, played soccer with his friends, and helped his parents at their bakery. While his life was comfortable and predictable, there was one thing Luca wished for: he wanted to learn how to play the piano. But there was a problem. Luca didn't have a piano at home, and no one in the town had one. Plus, he wasn't sure if he was musical enough. He thought, what if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? One day, a new neighbor, an elderly woman named Mrs. Thompson, moved into the house next door. She was a pianist and had played for many years. One afternoon, Luca gathered his courage and knocked on her door. "Hello, Mrs. Thompson," he said nervously. "I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano, but I don't have one at home. Would you mind teaching me?" Mrs. Thompson smiled kindly and invited Luca inside. The small room was filled with the warm sound of music as she played a beautiful melody. Luca was mesmerized. "Of course," she said, "but I have one condition. I won't teach you on a piano." Luca was puzzled. "But you have a piano right here." Mrs. Thompson nodded. "I'll teach you, but first, you must learn the music in your heart. You must hear the rhythm, the melody, and the harmony. You can't just wait for the piano to give you the music. You must learn to create it with your mind and soul." Confused but determined, Luca agreed to the challenge. Every day, Mrs. Thompson would teach him to listen to the rhythm of the waves crashing on the shore, the rustling of leaves in the wind, and the patterns in the sounds around them. Luca would hum, tap his foot, or clap his hands to practice the rhythm before he ever touched a piano. As the days passed, Luca found that he was not only improving his sense of rhythm but also understanding music in a deeper way. He realized that learning something new didn't always require the tools or the ideal circumstances. It often required creativity, patience, and the willingness to learn from the world around him. Finally, after weeks of listening and practicing, Mrs. Thompson took Luca to a nearby music school, where she had arranged for him to have piano lessons. When he sat down at the piano for the first time, he felt more confident than he ever expected. His hands moved over the keys with ease, and he was amazed at how much he had learned, even before touching the instrument. "You see, Luca," Mrs. Thompson said with a smile, "learning something different isn't just about the tools you have. It's about opening yourself to new experiences and listening to the lessons life gives you. Every sound, every experience, every mistake, it all adds to your learning." Luca continued his lessons and, over time, became a talented pianist. But he always remembered the lesson Mrs. Thompson taught him: learning something new doesn't always require a perfect beginning, but it does require an open heart, patience, and the courage to start, no matter the circumstances.